Hey, it's Austin with Strides Development, and I'm excited to share a little bit about who we are and how we can help you. You've probably got an amazing idea for an app, and it's going to change the game. And look, I get it. The development process can be scary, and if you're like most of our clients, you probably have your own horror stories about developers who overpromise, can't deliver, or leave you hanging. I'm going to give you 5 reasons you want to work with us and 5 things that make us different and more equipped to handle a project like yours from beginning to end. But let's back up a little bit and talk about how Strides came to be. I started Strides because there is a huge gap in development right now, and more businesses need to build apps. So there are more people becoming app developers and learning how to code. The problem is that the motivations of app developers and app founders aren't lined up. App founders and business people want to create solutions to problems that serve a lot of people, and they want to turn those people into paying customers. Most developers just want to solve problems, and they get excited about any problem. In fact, they're so focused on solving problems that they don't spend time to understand if the problem is worth solving in the first place. Look, I've worked on a lot of projects, and you don't want a team that just builds your ideas without any pushback, any ideas of their own, and any emotional investment in your customer, your business, and your app. It's a recipe for wasting a ton of time and a ton of money on an app that never gets any traction, maybe even never gets launched. Aligning your vision as a founder with your entire team of designers and developers is our sole mission at Strides. We want to make sure that we're questioning you, questioning your assumptions about your customer, questioning the best way to get something done. We want to know that we've thought about your idea from every possible angle. We want to take the perspectives of multiple types of users into account, and not just the view of one single founder. This brings me to reason number 1, communication. Communication is the most important part of your development project. I know you're thinking, I need to create designs, I need features, I need monetization strategies. Communication, really? I promise you, the thing holding your idea back from changing the world isn't code, it's communication. There are basically 2 sides to the coin with communication, and 2 areas that we really pride ourselves in. First, we are really good at being clear about the project and what we're doing together. When we first sit down, you'll notice that when we don't start the conversation with what you want to build. We'll start our conversation with what you're trying to do, what your goals are for you and your business and your project, and then we'll reverse engineer your app, your features, and build a plan based on your bigger goals. When we nail this creates alignment on your project. Everyone involved from you at the top down to the most junior designer understands what we're doing and what the purpose is so they can think about unique solutions. Second, we are really great at communication with you throughout the entire build process. When we work together, we are your team. We come on board your project for short sprints. We go fast, we get things done. This means we're talking a lot. Every single week, you'll be seeing some feature or some piece of the build. This isn't the whole cool idea. We'll go off to our development cave and come back to you in 6 months. We don't work that way. When you work with us, you'll have control, ownership, and clarity every step of the way. Reason number 2 you'll want to work with us is we are problem solvers. Building an app is a lot of problem solving. I can think of an app we built recently that allows people at the beach to order food from a group of restaurants. And you think, yeah, pretty basic concept, it's DoorDash but on the beach. But the amount of problems we had to solve to make the concept work was mind-blowing. The app communicates with a bunch of different services, point of sale systems, order tracking, and more. This simple idea alone had hundreds of problems that needed to be solved for it to work properly. This is one of the most common misconceptions I hear about developers. I think most people assume developers are science and math, ones and zeros. The developers we work with are actually more creative than scientists. For our team, solving problems is the thrill. Coming up with creative solutions and new ways of doing things is exciting. When I meet with new developers, I always talk to them about what they want and what makes them tick. Sometimes I get answers like, I'm looking for something stable with 3 weeks of PTO and a retirement package. Our developers think jobs like that are way too boring. They're not looking for a cushy job. They crave an opportunity to be creative and innovative. Reason number 3, we are strategic. Problem solving is about the best way to do something. Strategy goes back to knowing what to do in the first place. We love getting in the weeds with you and your business. What problem you're trying to solve, what your business case is, and how the app fits into it. The side of strategy that we are responsible for is getting all of this done and launching your app all within budget and on schedule. It's knowing what to chase and what needs to wait until version 2, prioritizing the right things. Reason number 4, we are all onshore. This is a big one. Most development groups and agencies make their margin by hiring a few local developers and then managing a team of outsourced devs overseas because the hourly rates are so much lower. We pride ourselves with being 100% onshore. What you spend in higher hourly rates, you more than make up in speed. Also, when something comes up, we can all jump on it, we can get on the phone, we can sit next to each other, and we can collaborate. And we can figure something out the right way on the first go round. Everyone touching your app will understand your goals, your projects, and your customer you're serving. And like I mentioned, what you pay in higher hourly rates, I've seen time and time again, get more than made up in speed. Reason number 5, we manage your entire app and project from idea to launch. This is a big one for us. One of the most common things I've seen with freelancers and some of the worst horror stories we've heard from clients have to do with the hot potato problem. When you have multiple people managing different parts of the project, what typically happens is you get a bunch of different pieces that don't always connect. It's like you have this design and a bunch of back-end code and some front-end functionality, but all of the developers are just playing the game of hot potato, getting their task off their plate as fast as they can. It's a great recipe for checking things off a to-do list, but it's a horrible way to actually launch an app. We don't work that way. When we work together, we will help you manage the project from idea through designs, through revisions, testing, development, and launch. This means you're not stuck with a bunch of pieces that you don't know how to use. Let's work together. So those are the 5 things that make us different: communication, problem solving, strategy, onshore development, and managing the process from beginning to end. If this is in alignment with you and you're intrigued, let's get on the phone. If you have a great app idea, we want to talk with you. Reach out and schedule a strategy session and let's talk.